Welcome to the latest video on the channel. It is 40 degrees here on Pittwater. It's an absolute stinker, but we've got some pretty interesting weather coming through this afternoon. So what we're going to do is show you every 5 or 10 minutes or so just how things develop. First of all, absolute glass out here. We got like 1 or 2 knots of wind, but sorry about the hand there. We got this thunderstorm coming in from the southwest, a little bit of a head of a thunderstorm just south of us. And then way down there in the distance, you can just see those dark clouds over in the corner there, just above the right of the boat canopy. A southerly buster that's hit Sydney around 10 minutes ago. Wadamolla had 38 knots, Sydney Harbour's got 37, 38. As you can see, a fair bit going on in this storm here. So we're going to A, get a southerly buster, B, get a thunderstorm, and C, it's going to be quite interesting. What I'm going to do is turn this camera on every 5 or 10 minutes and just give you updates. I'd anticipate that southerly buster will be here in about 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll just see what happens with the storm and see what happens if they combine. So it's been 8 minutes since the first video. This part of the thunderstorm's advancing east to northeast. Sydney Airport's just had a 41 knot gust on BOM OBS. This thunderstorm is southwest of us, sort of level with Manly. There's some people waving from the ferry there. Hello, people waving. Here we go. Oh, there they are. And yeah, so it's incoming, gusting 40 knots or so, as I said, at the harbour. Still glassy calm here, a little bit of rumbling thunder in the distance. Around 4:25, 20 minutes or so since I did the first video. The wind is just picking up there. I've just got around 6 knots of breeze. And have a look out here. It's actually gone around to east-northeast. You can just see that rolling cloud really starting to come through. And this, hang on, I'll pop outside. The thunderstorm's still rumbling away, but I don't think that's going to be doing much. I think the southerly's going to overtake that so far as strength goes. North Head's had a 20 knot gust in the last 10 or 7 minutes or so. The harbour's getting numerous 40 knot gusts, and Wadamolla has had a 51 knot gust half an hour after the initial front went through. So yeah, it's hotting up or cooling down, but you know, things are heating up out here. You can see a big bank of cloud over there behind that southerly change. So there's a fair bit coming through with that, and the breeze is just gently going around to the east. I'll track what the wind's doing with the camera. The wind was northerly. It's going around to the east, around this way, and then it's just going to catch that change and come whooping back at us from the south. Gradually picking up here, only a couple of minutes after that last video, but as you can see, just getting 16 knots or so. Temperature's still dropping, but a bit slower now. 16 to 17 knots, and I think we're just going to start to get the effects of it here now. Now I can feel it picking up on deck. So I'm going to lower this hatch so it doesn't blow backwards. Probably should have done that earlier, but oh, there we go, all organised. I'll just leave it on there to get some breeze through. Yeah, and there it is. That's the officially. This is the front of it. Came up very quickly. It was only at North Head about 15 minutes or so ago. And there we have some decent southerly breeze coming through. It's not the full front, it's just kind of the lead edge of it. Let's give it a couple of more minutes and see what happens. Kayak out here, and the paddle's on deck, so I'm just going to put the paddle here so it doesn't blow away. As long as that kayak doesn't flip, I've got to use that to get back to shore a little later. So here we go. Cooling down nicely though. Just on deck, a couple of minutes after that last video. We've got a police boat heading south at a great rate of knots. That's the AIS alarm going with this, sorry, it's the AIS from this police boat. It's the Vigilant WP21, Water Police 21. I'm expecting a sea or a waterway full of whitecaps when the change proper does hit us, and surely it can't be too far away. Quick update from the bow. So we've only got 20 or so here. We had a couple of decent 25 to 30 knot gusts. Oh, there's some lightning, I don't know if you got that. North Head did just have a 50 knot gust about 10 minutes ago, so there is hope we might get 50 knots. I'd love to get 50 knots. But, we'll just see. I've got a feeling it's a bit of a fizzer here. But, you never know. Next update coming soon. So, pretty interesting developments around here. Thunderstorms have sort of surrounded us now from the southwest right around to the northwest. Occasional lightning, pretty wild skies, and the southerly change has really backed off. and the air temp's sort of gone back up, so it's sort of weird. Consistent 50 knot gusts down at Guatemala for about the last 30 or 40 minutes. Oh, there was one. So don't know if we're going to get that here. So it's 4:59, and at 4:48 North Head had 36 knots. So it's still coming. Well, fun and games are finally beginning. 25 knots here. It's gradually increasing. We're having some 27, 26. And if we go out, we can just see some serious whitecaps. My mate's old vintage 104-year-old boat's rocking and rolling around. My other mate's trying to moor his taxi. Bit of lightning out there. Whoa, that's a proper gust. There we go. What did we get there? There's a bit of delay on the wind on the bow again. Not a lot going on. But just waiting for that, 30 or 40 knots would be nice. 40 or 50 would be even better. Touch wood. Talk about changing. Now we've got southeast, probably 27 knots or so. A lot more rain. Little sprinklings here. Sun occasionally coming out. Let's go down below and see what we're getting. I'd say 25, 26 knots. Well, that's pretty well it from Buster Cam. We're getting a few little gusts here, but the bulk of the wind's now southwest. It's gone around to the southwest. And we're quite protected in here from due south and definitely from southwest. So we're getting, those little bullets, but really nothing to speak of. A fair bit of rain out to the east of us, and it's just really dropped out nicely in here. So I think it's time to go down below and say goodbye. Sayonara. I'll be back with a proper southerly buster at some stage soon. Catch you later. Bye.